These people. It's that good old Monday morning. I know I'm always excited on Mondays. Everybody else hate Monday. I love Monday. It's the beginning of it all. Monday is a fun day. Well, at least for me it is. Hey Marissa. How are you, lady? Monday is a good day for me because I really feel like being the top of the week, that's when you have the ability to do everything different than you did last week, you know. If your last week was good, cool. If it wasn't, scratch it. Do it over. Do it again, you know. That's the way I see it anyway. I look at each day like that because why not? If I sat there and dwelled on the things that I guess bothered me or things that didn't quite go as planned or things that might have happened that went against what I wanted to happen, then I'd be in a probably like some kind of sunken place. And I am not intentionally trying to be in that place. So therefore I say to hey with it. I'm trying to get to Starbucks so I can use their intranet because I need to look up something while I'm on here. But other than that, it's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly out, which is all good. I like the cooler weather. It's just when you can get dressed, you know, wear your nice sweaters and your boots and all that stuff without looking crazy. I want to be like some of these people that dress like the people on TV, be wearing summer, winter clothes all together, even though I wear my slides every day. I mean, maybe that counts. That's summer, winter. But I do want to talk about algorithm and probably not in the sense that everybody thinks of when we hear the word algorithm, you know, as it pertains to the computer and however that system works, because that's not what I'm talking about. um, what was this? Oh, that's the wrong parking. Listen, I am good for stealing some good old Starbucks internet. Listen, Marissa, my feet was so cold last night. Well, really my whole body, but my feet was woo. If they had teeth to chatter, they was chattering. I wonder if I can sit in the back of this Starbucks because they don't have a lot of parking over here. I need a space. But yeah, I want to talk about algorithm, but not in a sense. And what makes me where I'm coming from with algorithm is because okay, there's this guy I listen to. Y'all might have heard me talk about him on here. Named Stephen Chestnut. He's a minister and he's not like your typical like church pastor or anything like that. He be talking about that real life stuff. Uh-uh. Hot at night. I don't want nothing to get hot at night because that means my age is coming on me. I ain't ready. I ain't ready. I know what I better not get for my birthday. That's what I do know. I don't want it. Them hot flashes and all that stuff them ladies be going through. Mm-mm. Keep that over there. Y'all can have that. Now I got to my computer. Let's see if the internet will work from this parking spot. Yeah, but he always talks about hey atmosphere. He talks about, oh yeah, it should work. God's God is the algorithm. I don't know. I mean, I understand his perspective, so I'll say, in that sense. What? Welcome to Starbucks. Log on to your network once, and this device will automatically connect. Oh, um, but when he says that, he talks about how when everything is moving, when the majority is to the right, you need to understand that God is to the left. And that resonated with me because I look at how things be set up out here. And you'll see like the most popular thing everybody's running for, running for, running for. And that's usually not where it's at. That's why I think that I'm a person that I've always said I can't stand uh trendy things. I don't like the trendy dances. I don't like the trendy clothing. I don't, like how we'll get women. I think it was that year when that it was one of them feminine feminine. And then I said it and then said it that way anyway. It was one of those products for ladies that came out. I want to say the honey pot. I don't know. That's here nor there. But it came out and everybody, oh, it's black on. I'm about to go get me some. And they did all that. And the girl made millions real quick. I'm the one that's sitting back like, I don't want that. I don't like going where everybody go. And that's how I looked at it when he was talking about God being the algorithm, or God is in the algorithm. And I think that a lot of times we think that the algorithm is the place where everything popular is, everything good is, as it is according to the far as it is with the computer. But with the one of the man, y'all listen, let me get myself in order. Give me 2 seconds. I need to take a sip of this drink, not an alcoholic beverage, just something to drink. Wet my whistle, if you will. I didn't want to change the time again. I had to get gas and just all this crazy stuff. And I was a little bit distracted. But a process or a set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem solving operations. That's not the one I wanted though. Where is it? I'm gonna find it. So good to see you here, little sugar ditty. Good sugar ditty. Oh God, excuse me. Now where is? Oh, there you go. That's a shame. I'm in my car on this computer and everything looks weird. Little sugar ditty. What's wrong, Amber? Because I called you little sugar daddy. Hold up. Yeah, I couldn't find these people's cutlery at BJ's yesterday when I was shopping. So I had got a substitute. And then after I got the substitute, I found what they actually asked for. So I got that. And then I forgot to put the substitute back. So I am the owner of 160-piece premium dining cutlery. I was like, ooh. got some cutlery. That's a shame. Yeah, then I had an order. I said I wasn't doing no more Instacarts with 3 orders in one. And I went against what I said yesterday. Let me tell you. The orders wasn't that bad, but one of them people, all they got was beverages. They had like a case of water, case of soda, case of seltzer water, 2 things of Gatorade, this other case of some other kind of drink. Y'all should have seen my cart. I'm becoming a master of packing the cart. I'm trying to get these things open because I need a knife. I made a sandwich. Somebody bought me some groceries yesterday. Pim got stuff to do. Nah. I ain't never had nobody take me grocery shopping. Does it sound like I'm having a hard time with this box? Because I am. Oh, there it go. Why are you laughing at me? Because I said I got the beautiful cutlery set for free. Okay. Shoot, one time I had a whole 196 load bottle of washing detergent. Forgot. I think that'd be just little blessings that be coming my way. I get some free food. Something happened. Dang, I put out 2 knives. Yes, now I have knives. Anyway, let's get back to the algorithm. Now that I've had that moment to get myself in order. Because, man, I was out of order. Algorithm. Don't laugh at me. Huh? What did they do? I don't know what came up, but I know what I put in. Boom. Okay, there we go. Let me see if that definition is in here. Because I used it for my group. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is part of it. An algorithm is a set of instructions or rules that can be followed to solve problems. And like I said, I don't know anything about the computer. So I know that when it's in the algorithm, it's in the whatever, the place where I guess it's trending and popular and all that stuff. If I'm correct, I have no idea. But which is why I'm not talking about the computer. I'm talking about the algorithm that I want to be in. That's what I'm talking about. Because we always talk about being a solution. I always tell y'all we carry solutions. Y'all know I done said that many a times. And it just is what it is if we choose to operate in that sense. But on the synonyms for algorithm, it was like blueprint, um, direction, specifications, way. Those are some of the ones that kind of struck me as But then when I tapped into some of them, I gotta find this one. We have a master plan, the game plan, a layout. Where is them other synonyms, man? Y'all got to hear these. Uh-uh. If I don't find it, I'm just gonna shut the computer down. Not y'all, just the computer. I'll just quit. Cause I can't find the one that's gonna pull all my stuff together. Nah. Hey, realist. Guess what I got last night? I got some crunch berries. I I was in there having a good old time with that cereal. I was watching some crazy Tubi movie, and man, it was on. I was so happy. I really was. Just right happy. Like, who knew cereal could make someone so happy? Yes, I got milk. I got cereal. I got some candy. I got. I think I found it. I just got some good stuff. I got some turkey. I'm so salty. Anyway, as I was saying, I often say I wanna. Yes, it does make me happy. I was in the store saying that the whole time. This cereal makes me happy. I spent like $50 in the grocery store last night on things that made me happy. But yeah, I always, a lot of times when we're trying to build our pages and stuff, I know for myself, I keep saying I'm trying to get into a different algorithm. I want to pop up in some other places beside the places that I am in. I'm not ungrateful because there's a lot of people in this space and on YouTube. But when I say that, now that I'm thinking about it and thinking um about what it is, once again, I feel like I am in the proper algorithm. It has nothing to do with um other pages, other sectors, or any of that type stuff. It has everything to do with my faith, my believing in what I'm doing on YouTube, and also my understanding that I carry solutions. Even if that solution is simply to encourage someone, even if that solution is to come up with a plan or idea that actually changes someone's life, I'm in that algorithm. I don't need to be in the most popular space. I don't need to be, I guess, with the Joneses in order to do what I'm commanded to do. I told you I'm commanded to press play and talk, push play and talk. Hey, Gary. So while some of us want to get into that space of being big number, real popular, having the views, I'm not saying that's a bad space to want to be in, but what I'm saying is if you're in your proper position, your own personal algorithm, not the algorithm of the world or anybody else out there, those things will come when you're moving in a space that's proper. If you know you have a plan or an idea for something you're trying to do, something you're trying to relay, whether it's on the internet or in real life, you have to stick with what has come to you. What is in your heart? What is your why? What solution do you carry? Algorithm is a set of instruction or rules that can be followed to solve a problem. That's why I understand when the man said God is the algorithm. He comes with instructions. We have a whole holy book, a whole Holy Spirit that gives us guidance and instructions. There are rules, yes. There are things that we should do. There's good and bad. We all know right from wrong by now. So it doesn't have to be so deep as, oh my God, you're in sin. So is everybody. But morally, we should be the best characters that we could be. And if we follow those things, then that's how we solve the problems. Those solutions come by way of being true to who you are and standing on the beliefs of, your beliefs of your creator. So it's not about being in the mix of the most popular, the most trendy. I don't want to be there. I want to be in the space of where I'm getting that proper instruction, where I can hear. I can't hear in the midst of a crowd. I can't hear in the midst of hustle and bustle. So if I can't hear, how do I get the instructions that I need to come on here and say the things I need to say? If I can't hear, how do I get to go out into the streets and go in the places I need to go, speak to the people I need to speak, if I'm over there in the hustle and bustle? How can I sense that someone is in need if I'm caught up in a whole bunch of rah-rah? It's fun in the rah-rah. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not saying, like I said, this is not specific to YouTube. It's specific to, I guess, finding another way to view algorithm. I'm viewing algorithm as God. He gives us instructions. He gives us rules. And when we follow him, we have the solution. How many times can we often say when we go against something that we know we should have did? God himself could have came down here and slapped you and said, do this, and you just decided, I'm not going to do that. What happened? Problem was not solved, and you probably created another one. I think that we shouldn't get so caught up in wanting that the height of a thing before we go through the process of receiving and following instruction. I feel like this way, right now I got 5 people in here. I view y'all like 5,000. Why? Because I know what I'm commanded to do. I'm following that instruction because something's going to come out my mouth that's going to ring true to somebody. I don't care if I talk for 5 hours and it was 3 words that did what it was supposed to do. I was still in the proper space. I was in my algorithm. Forget the algorithm of the world. I was in my algorithm. And I think that's what most of us probably need to do. What is my algorithm? Don't try to be the algorithm. Get yourself into the algorithm. Get in the rhythm of doing things that are pleasing to God. Get into the rhythm of doing things that make your family look good. Get into the rhythm of setting and reaching goals versus setting them and never reaching them, or even never going for them in some cases. We're neglecting a whole space trying to get into the algorithm when we should be in our own space, our own algorithm. We are individuals that when we come together as like-minded people, because I believe that, in the algorithm, there are connections. When we all connect, now we got me, Gary, Rachel, carrying these solutions. Now we got one bigger solution. We just entered another room of the algorithm. We didn't become it. We just stayed in our space and stood on what we know, what we're doing. Harry just read my book. Gary was talking about that the other day. Standing your ground. Your ground gonna look quite funny to a lot of people, but it's gonna be some people that get it. But that don't mean you don't stand, because everybody over there is not coming to check your ground out. It does not mean that at all. I think that's where we get caught up in a lot of things, and thinking that things aren't working, thinking that things aren't going to come and be what we thought they were going to be. It be our own thoughts that throw us out. Our own eyes throw us out. Man, that person over there, we know comparison kills us a lot. We be so busy looking over there, we be missing what's right here. Over there ain't got nothing to do with me unless I get sent over there. I can't base my things and my accomplishments and my whatever it is I'm setting out to do. I can't base that on nothing else except for right here, right now, what I'm doing, what I need to do. My own personal algorithm. It might not be for the masses today. It might be for the masses tomorrow, and then not the day after that. When God is the algorithm, He take the wheel. He control it. If He want to put you in that room with them 20,000 people, guess what's going to happen when you operating in your own personal space, doing what you're supposed to be doing? You're going to be right there. You're going to be right there busting it down, Brown. It's exhausting when I feel like you learn lessons in life as an adult, and it's almost like no matter how many times you learn it, a lot of times you revisit that. It's like we ignore so much. The solution be right there. We'll ignore it and go right back into it. That's all, man, that is insanity. I said that not too long ago. It's so easy to operate in insanity and not realize it. To continue to try to do something that you might believe in. What if it's not that thing isn't supposed to happen? What if it's that your sights are too far out? The solution you need is right there. The solution you need is inside of you, whatever the case may be. What if it's a person that is to the left where everything is less popular? That's why I said we shouldn't follow. I'm not saying we shouldn't follow. Let me use another word. We shouldn't be so concerned on the popular things, those things that seem to be up, that seem to be doing so. Ooh, oh man, I want to get in that. I want to be like that. It be them things that be placed right before you that you missed that would have helped your whole life out, but we was busy trying to figure out how somebody else did it without mastering how we need to do it. Maybe once you figure out how you need to do it, then you might be able to add something of value that somebody else over there does have. But without your foundation, it really don't matter what you take in my opinion. If I don't have a foundation, I can get some bomb advice, some bomb ideas from all of y'all. If I don't have the proper foundation, it's not going to work for me. I'm just going to have a form of. That's the perfect example of not being able to see the forest for the trees. Yeah. It'd be that one beautiful tree standing in front of you, but you're looking at that whole big old forest. I have a sense of that in a little, like how I say that I'm a person that'll jump first and then get to thinking later. I've gotten a lot better with that, but I know that's a product of my faith. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm still not the person that's saying, well, if so and so's doing it, I should be able to do it. Or why can he do it and I can't? I don't, that really just upsets me to hear people say that, because a person can be doing so good in our eyes, but we never know the hell that they paid or paying to get there. I believe that when we go out trying to mimic people, the enemy is always right there listening, trying to figure out how to get you in a snare. Things can be looking real good. You trying to be like somebody else, but then you find yourself in places and spaces you didn't want to be in, trying to get to where they at, all because you didn't realize they did a whole bunch of dirty, undercut, crazy, sneaky, conniving things to get there. Just because a person's on top don't mean they good. It don't mean they're mimic worthy. I'm great all by myself. Gary great all by himself. Just Red good all by herself. Atmosphere, everybody in here, y'all good all by yourself. We're fabulous, say, but we're a force when we're together. But I think in this day and age, it's about coming together with the right people, with the right ideas, the right minds, the right situation, in the right places. And we following God as an algorithm, we gonna have all those instructions that we need to get to those places. You are great by yourself. Don't say that. Make me come through this phone and pimp slap you. Because y'all know I'm a pimp in my past life. I still know how to lay that hand down. Nah. You are great by yourself. It's just a blessing to have people that get you. You know what I'm saying? That even if I come on here and be rambling for 15 minutes until I figure out what the hell I'm trying to say, y'all right here. I was totally distracted this morning, just thinking gas and everything, you know. And I didn't want to, I had already changed the time on it once. I didn't want to change it again. So I'm like, I'm just going to push play and talk. That's the command. That's what happens when I try to be a little bit structured. I'm not supposed to be structured, but I really did want to talk about that algorithm. And I promise you, everything that I had thought of ain't even came back to my mind. That's why I just said, let me, wait a minute, give me a couple seconds. Let me open up my semi-stolen forks. I can get a knife out of here and cut my sandwich I made. And let my mind catch up. Because I think I was ahead. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to do that. Stop and allow your mind to catch up with your thinking, with your movement. Little shiggy. No, I think I get what you're saying. We do need each other. But that doesn't mean you're not great by yourself. If you wasn't being great by yourself, how do we even connect? You wasn't being great because of us. You were being great because you're great. Then we say, Gary, you need to start a page. Every last one of us is born of greatness. Even these crazy people out here, born of greatness. But choose to move the opposite. I was talking to a friend last night, and he said, when I was younger, my brother would tell me I'm great. My dad told me, you're great. His mom didn't. She was working and doing this and trying to build this and trying to do that. And I thought that was interesting, because in my heart I felt like all these people said it, but mom didn't. Even though I'm pretty sure that was enough. But imagine how much more had mom tapped into that. It really, I really related to that because I used to be like, man, like I said, me and my kids, we was like siblings. I was spoiled. My parents took care of us three. We was like brothers and sisters. They were my kids. I had to take care of them, but we were still like brothers and sisters. And I remember I didn't know how to be a mama. You know what I mean? I did the best I knew how. Instinctively, yes. I think that once you have a child, your instincts kick in, just like how animal have a cat. You know how to feed the cat. You know, do all that stuff. But I was still coming into adulthood myself. So thank God I had a support system that I had that allowed me to be able to parent with assistance. But there's things that I said to my children that I only understand now. And I think that's why his story really hit me because I used to I still tell him today, he's 31. Son, you are greatness. I never understood why I would say that. I would tell my daughter, you can do anything you want to do. You are so valuable. I would say these things as a young mother. Nobody said it to me. Not my mama or my daddy. And I don't think they didn't think I was that. They didn't. They probably just didn't know to say it like I didn't. But for some reason, I said it. I'm so glad I did. Hurricane Moon, I'm so glad I did. Because listening to my friend talk in his 40s, that's something that he carries near and dear. He doesn't forget it. He still believes it. So therefore, me putting that into my children when they were babies, toddlers, young, school age, teenagers, all the way through now, they never forget that. It's a lot of things that we can't control with our children. But if we set that ground right, that foundation right, they don't forget. And it's up to them what they do with it at this point. Like a lot of us try to help our grown children beyond what they need help, what we should be helping them. Me, I help as much as I can, but at the end of the day, I trust God because they still got to do their journey. I can't get in the middle of it because it is what it is. All of our journey is already set. We got to walk it out. So do our children. So I'm glad that I did know that little thing. I did know to teach them to pray. I did know, even when I didn't do those things, I was teaching my kids to do it. That's how I know, yeah, God is the algorithm. He said he would bless anything we put our hands to. The problem is folks don't put their hands to something for themselves. They're busy looking for others. I agree. A couple young lady was praying for me, and she just started to, Lord bless her hands, and I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, when God give you that thing that says I'm here, I got you, and you recognize it, ain't nothing like it. The woman don't know what I do, but when she said it, I knew that was God telling me. It's what's in my hands that's gonna sustain me. It's what's in my hands that opens doors for me. It's in my hands. What we have need of is inside of us, and we have it at hand. What are you going to do with it? We are fully equipped. Yes, there are things that we have to learn along the way. Yes, we do have to research to understand the things that we have, to know how to use them properly. But at the end of the day, it's there. But we'll consult with some woolly fool over there about something that they don't know about when the first person we're supposed to consult is God. I don't know what everybody pray for, but we can't always just pray, forgive me, help me, I need, I want. How about show me? Help me is good. Show me. How about some wisdom? How about what am I missing, God? I know you done gave me everything that I need. I know that I'm fully equipped before I even thought, So what am I not seeing? I'm running in my 57 flap around life, and if I stubbed my big toe, my daddy would be right here. Yeah, we don't never stop being parents. You just got to parent different. It's like you got to get out of the way and let them form their own testimonies. Your daddy will be right there if you stub your toe, but I bet you he don't interfere in your life that's going to benefit, the parts of your life that's going to benefit others. Those things that we continue to learn as we go. To continual growth is a thing. We should want to continue to grow. We should never want to have arrived. Or if you do arrive, I need to go, okay, where I'm going next. If you got breath in your body, you ain't arrived. It ain't over till it's over. I ain't talking about no fat lady singing, because you might go down the street and turn the corner and be a fat lady right there singing. Don't panic. Coincidence. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I don't know, y'all. It's like everything is so easy, but it's so hard at the same time. I don't know how that works. I don't even know what to do about it. Except for keep going and stand my ground, like Mr. Gary said. Everything is so easy, but it's so hard at the same time. And I think the hard part is getting in the right position, staying there. Yes, it's hard to have big faith. Big faith. It's hard knowing you have big faith and then still be sitting there like, how? That's one of my biggest things. I can't stand the fact that I know that I am so faithful in all things that I still had that smidget of unbelief or doubt or a little bit of fear tries to get in there. No, I'm not perfect. I know those things are that's human nature to feel those things. But I don't want to always say I got faith and then start having all those feelings. And then when everything that I said I have faith for happens, I'd be like, oh, I should have known. I don't want it to be like that. I wanted to know because I know. How many times do I have to see it happen to truly have faith, to understand that it happens every time? If it don't happen, then it was not in his will. That's the way I look at it. If it don't happen, it wasn't in his will. Because even when it's something that is supposed to happen, when we mess up, we had the opportunity to get on the right track and do it right. Get it right. Yes, we take stumbles. Sometimes you be at that crossroad and you don't know, dang. Like when I'm driving, sometimes when I get ready to come back to the side of town I stay on, I'm always on this one street like, oh man, is it right or left? And some days I go the right way and some days I still go the wrong way. So I think that happens to us a lot in life. But when I go the wrong way, what do I have to do? I make a U-turn. I turn around and I get back on track. So that's why I say if it doesn't happen, it's not supposed to happen. Now, did you do something? Did you take a wrong turn or get caught up in a roundabout and you can't get out right now? Those things happen too. But we all have the opportunity to either give up or figure it out. That's why your algorithm is so important, because you can't figure out your own moves, your own solutions in somebody else's space with somebody else's tools. Like I'm not big on like a lot of these um like people. Y'all see these like seminars and things that people have. Let me show you how to do this. And we flock to that stuff so much because we look at the surface of a thing. You know, what happens when you sit there and you actually be like, is this a good thing? And then it begin to be revealed to you before you waste your money. Y'all know how many people out here teaching people how to become six figures so-and-sos that ain't even six figure, that have literally went to other people classes, learned, and then repackaged it and sold it to unsuspecting people who are out here searching for something from someone instead of the one. Spending $500. That was not supposed to come out like that. Oh my goodness. 500 or more dollars to get bamboozled. You follow that worldly algorithm. Somebody can't teach you how to. I don't care. You could tell me everything you did. That don't mean you're gonna be able to do it, especially if it wasn't for you. And I'm not saying all these classes are bad, but you have to go in with the mindset, just like how people go into church, chew up the meat, spit out the bone, fat or whatever they say. You take what you need and then you build on what you already have and what you know. But don't be out here getting fooled by seeing something that seems so pretty. I read the people that own the turkey hut out there in Texas. Well, we had people traveling to go get them turkey legs and things, and now her and that man going through a divorce, I think, and they broke and all types of stuff. All right, things happen at a drop of a dime. So to be focused on, I guess, other success is almost just as harmful as if not used properly. I'm not saying we shouldn't focus on other success, because there are some good examples out there and there are some valuable things to learn from people who've done it before you, or that are doing the things that you're trying to do. But it's also as dangerous as looking at people looking at people in the sad eye way because they're not successful. Like everything is a double-edged sword. Everything. And it's a whole bunch of stuff out here that's meant to trick us. It has to come looking good. Something bad come looking bad, you're not going to try it. You're not going to be tempted. You're not going to want it. Growth is when you can look at something so fire and so good and be like, nah, something ain't right. I ain't touching that. Like I said, we get it all the time with men and women. That thing be fine on the outside, muddy on the end. Faith without works is dead. We can have all the faith. That's another aspect of faith. People would be like, I got faith, and they just be laying there looking at the ceiling. Faith is about knowing it is done. Now you got to go do it. Faith is not, if I close my eyes and count to 30, it's going to appear. And some people think like that. Just for the record, it's not. If you're sitting there waiting on it to just happen, poof, before you, it's not. It really ain't. All I know is I'm trying to figure out my own personal algorithm, worried about the things that I'm supposed to do, and being vigilant and understanding the people that I'm supposed to be connected to. Because we can't do it by ourselves. That's never the case. But you know how the other day we said there's no I in team. No, it's not. But even in a team, I'm like how sometimes let's use this for an example. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians. I feel like when you get mature, everybody can be a chief and still work together and have a proper running team. Because you're gonna know your lane as that particular chief. If I'm good over here in this one, boom, I'm good right here. If I'm good with this, then boom, I'm not gonna come up here and try to take over something I'm not good with. But when it all works together, it's solid. Who cares who's an Indian or a chief? We all are great. And I think that's the thing. We get caught up in these extravagant accolades and titles. It could be a street dude that's smarter than some CEO, Fortune 500 person. Have a whole proper blueprint, but an improper team around them to even help them to understand how to cultivate it. But then you got that Mr. Fortune 500 then jumped through all these loopholes and did all types of slimy things. And he on top. So he seems to be. I think that when we understand our value, then we don't get suckered into things. We don't get caught up in thinking we can't. We figure out how to. We carry solutions. I am a solution. I don't know what y'all think about yourselves, but I believe y'all solutions. I definitely believe that. Or we wouldn't even be running across each other. I find myself right now in a huge place of need, but also in the most peaceful place I've been in years. Years ago, where I am right now will cause me to panic. Where now I'm sitting here like, it is what it is. It'll all work out. Things shift all the time. I can't help when stuff shifts. All I got to do is make sure I'm standing and I'm ready for that pivot. Sometimes you got to shake back and wait a minute, refocus, and then proceed. Just don't leave your square. I like that. That's red. I like that. Whole bunch of eyes form a team, huh? For real, for real. I like that perspective. Hey, watermelon with seeds. No. Yeah. Why is this truck behind me? Oh, they about to move the trailers. And I'm about to move my car. Oh, that's right. I ain't on the intranet no more. That's how my pastor be like, the intranet. Yeah, I need to call her today. Cause man, I don't know. I guess if I had to say anything today is understand your space. Most might say your lane. but we calling it our own personal algorithm today. What you carry, what you possess, what you present, what you provide, what you bring to the table, what you put out for others, all that stuff is your own design. And I think it's like almost like a bartering table. What you got, Gary? I got this. Okay, I got this. Bet. Man, just read. What you got over there? I got this. Okay. And you notice how I'm saying I. What you got? Oh, I got this. So you definitely was on to something with that just read. Definitely I and team. But it all has to come from that space of understanding that we're first responsible for our own area, our own space, our own gifts, our own talents. Only then does it really work. Some of us may be on different, playing grounds than others. Some might be stronger in some areas than others. But at the end of the day, that's where the iron sharpens iron comes in. We truly can build as people. People use that as an excuse when they don't want to, or when they out here on the F stuff. That's why we can't do this. Yes, we can. We make a choice not to do it. Boy, they was out there dumping the trash at 4 o'clock this morning. It scared me. Yeah, me. That I is a me. Can we just agree that it is in there, but it's spelled differently as a M-E? let me in. Let me in just red be great. Okay, little sugar ditty. Over here, we be mostly agreeing. We just be having different perspectives. And that's respectable. You know what I mean? When me and Gary used to be so rocky in the beginning, until we understood, we saying the same thing. We just got a different perspective. I just be like, are we arguing today? But I realized, I was like, we was always saying the same thing. And if we was a little bit off, we were able to be like, okay, yeah, I see that, But that's communication. Some people will argue in those cases. We didn't argue. We just had to come to the understanding. We're saying the same thing. You say tomato, I say tomato. It's still that same red fruit. Okay. All I need on this sandwich is some red onion. I'm going to get me one tonight. Yes, I am. End of the day, y'all know what I always say when I don't know. I don't care what I got going on. I don't care what I ain't got going on. I'm grateful. I'm going to stay in a grateful place because that's what's going to keep me. If nothing else, I'm grateful. I'm faithful. I'm hopeful. Flaws and all. I have a grateful heart. There's an M and a me in the team, but that doesn't mean me. If you on the team, you, me, I. What does the M and the E in team mean, Gary? Why don't you tell us, huh? You don't remember we used to always be saying stuff, and we'd be saying, I know we were saying the same thing, but we just had a different way of articulating it or a different perspective. But at the end of the day, it would always be the same thing. Oh, yeah. hmm But look how many different perspectives we have. Because no matter what, it ain't an I literally in team. I can look at myself when I come to the team and say, hey, I come here with this. You could look at it and say there's an M and an E, but it don't mean me. But at the end of the day, guess what it still is? A team. It just makes sense to us all differently. But it's still we would still operate as a team just because, we have our own different ways of looking at that. It doesn't take the team out of it. There's another perspective. Watermelon. Why? Because it's Thanksgiving? No, I'm just kidding. I'm always thankful though. Like when I went to Harris Teeter last night and got this food, I was real thankful. You know what, too, y'all? I really have to understand. This is probably like we probably done with the algorithm. I just want us to understand that we operate in our own personal algorithm. God is the algorithm. We follow God. He gives us instruction, rules, and solutions in a nutshell. It's not about the hype. It's not about who's trending. It's not about the most popular. Just being in your own particular place so you can navigate life the way you need to. But what I was getting ready to say, that was going away from everything. Yes, and feel free to hit the Cash App because I would be more than thankful this week. Woo, sis, don't lie, don't lie. I would be more than thankful and I would be lying if I didn't say hit the Cash App. Anywho, y'all, I got a Cash App last night moderating. Can you believe that? I was like, whoo, thank you, Lord. Promise you. Oh, you just gonna give her a yes, ma'am, but you give me pushback. Is it because I don't have seeds in my fruit? No, I'm just kidding. Exactly, watermelon. I like that too. But I was realizing that as I navigate through, life and meeting new people. Hey, double speaks, Diane. As I go through, learning my way and finding new friends and getting acclimated here and getting my job, and yeah, I go for my onboarding my first step for Amazon on Wednesday, and everything clears. I go for the for work December the 9th. Whew, something I ain't used to doing forever, but a woman got to do what she got to do. Um, but what I'm realizing is that after going through my healing process or whatever, getting out of relationships and just cleaning the slate, not just as it pertains to relationships, but just overall, when you go through a process of healing and you go through finding, some people call it finding yourself or understanding who you are, learning who you are, whatever comes in your process, with all those things, when you get to a place where you're more whole than not, and then you begin to insert yourself back into the things that or let's say back into the spaces where maybe some of those things went wrong or happened, the hurt, the pain, the whatever, the rejection, whatever you had to get over, you go back into those areas where it happened. And what I'm learning with myself is, like Gary used to say it all the time about being guarded. I think it was Gary. And I used to be like, I'm not guarded, I'm open. And I realized this week that maybe it is a little bit of guarded. Because when, sometimes you start talking, and I was talking through something and I realized, like, man, what I said was, I like when someone's being kind to me, I see that I kind of side eye them because I'm like, what this person want? What you trying to do? Blah blah blah. So I'm very cautious. So I don't think anything's wrong with that. You know what I mean? But then it's like I have this thing where I say, okay, friends, bet. I realized that in that process, I still have this thing that says, not necessarily protect my heart, guard my heart, but it says, in this process, when I was going through my learning, unlearning, or whatever happened in that place, I understood more of who I am, what I want, what I didn't want. I'm familiar with the red flags. I see what I missed and how I missed them. And now I see them much quicker versus how before it'd be like you go through a situation and it might be so subtle you miss it, but then you get a few months down the line and then something happened, then you think back and you be like, oh my God, I should have seen that. So I'm very aware. But what I also said on the flip side of that, I hope that I'm not so aware that I don't recognize something good when it is before me, if that makes any sense. So in that thinking, I'm like, man, am I guarded? A little bit, but I think I'm more cautious. I give you a percentage of correct, but I didn't recognize it that way. Like I said, I didn't see it like that. I didn't see it as I'm guarded. I kept saying I'm cautious. I'm open. I'm not closed off to anything. So in that case, no, I'm not guarded. But in allowing some things to just happen and not have that, I don't think I'm trying to control it, but I think I'm like, you get that side eye, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's a thin line between caution and guarded. I can be careful and still not be as guarded. I don't think, no, and I don't think like that because I'm a nice person. I don't have ulterior motives when I'm being nice. I think, okay, let's take it from an opposite sex. I think that sometimes it's not that they have a motive, but sometimes people have done things. Like I said, there are still some things that I see that I'm like, I don't know. I ain't ready to just be like, okay. I'm open, but I'm still moving with a little caution. I don't think that a person being nice has motives. But what I'm finding about myself, I'll ask you. So I think that's a better place for me to be in. Cause my one friend, man, he give me money. And one day I was just like, hold up. Like, are you being nice to me because one day you gonna come to pay up something? Start laughing. Like, no. Okay. I mean, hey, why sit there and wonder? But they say, why I gonna always wonder? So I might as well ask the question. But no, well, put it this way, Gary. I'm not one of them people that think, he too nice. I can't talk to him, or she too nice. I can't kick with her. Ain't nobody that nice. I don't think like that. That's definitely not what I think. I think sometimes stuff is so refreshing, it's overwhelming. Does that make sense? But then I had to then this is where I was going with this. I had to stop and remember, if I'm trusting God and I believe God, then I need to understand that He will send a blessing out of nowhere. I don't know anybody here, so everybody is going to be a stranger. Everybody is a stranger here to me, except for the few people, what, 3 people I know. So yeah, I'm a little cautious, but at the same time, I got to know when, especially when you know you're trying to do something or you needed something, and that person just comes out of nowhere and boom. So you have to be vigilant and open-minded at the same time. Careful, but know that you're covered. I guess that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I did have that realization, Gary. Maybe a little bit guarded, and that's something I want to work on because I would not like to miss an opportunity that I want one day because I couldn't let somebody in. You know what I'm saying? All because I knew you 7 days and you did something nice for me. Why can't that be a preview of a possible lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Like when you put your big people draws on, you have to look at that. Like you said you want. And I think that's what it is. Y'all ever wanted something to happen, and this is relationship or anything. You wanted something to happen, and then when it happened, you be looking like, what? Oh my God. And you be forgetting that's what you asked for. But you expecting it to take about 7 months, a year, but it happened 2 days later. So now it looks crazy. But it's what you asked for. Our time is not his time. Sometimes it might take him 6 months, but sometimes it'll take him 6 minutes. That's why I don't get weary in well doing, because I know how God moves. I know how He moves. He carries me, He keeps me. If nobody else helped me, He helped me. Even if that's by way of sending somebody else that I don't know. I don't think we understand favor. We say stuff like favor ain't fair, but we don't really understand the favor. Because if we did, we'd appreciate it more. God always shows us favor. He always giving us grace. He always giving, man, He give us so much grace. Half of us been threw our own kids out. And that mercy for your goodness and your mercy toward us. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I'm always gonna find a song. I don't understand that one. Just read now. You got me about 6 years. I need to break down a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really don't understand that. But I think that what we do with favor isn't fair is we apply it to the other people. We look at them like, favor ain't fair. No, it ain't fair. You shouldn't have had that, but you do. Not ha, look at me. I got something you didn't get. But yeah, in that case, I really do believe favor ain't fair. It ain't fair. You shouldn't have had it, but you do. You've been out here acting a whole fool for 27 years, and I still favored you. So no, it's not fair. I should not have these things, but I do. But we use it as a weapon to come at somebody. Tell me, Diane. Open doors and close doors. That's what you said. And I also said people are doors, didn't I? You know, that's why I didn't go to South Carolina this week to do hair. Because I got in a panic and felt like I got to go back here and this is where I'm going to be able to get some money. But then when I started to think of the logic of it, it's going to take me money to get there, number one. By the time I go there and do hair and then get back, I done spent half the money. It really wasn't worth it. What sound like a big crowd in the back? I did not mean to do that. Whoops. What big ass, what big crowd? Stop writing stuff like that in the chat, making me read it. Crow. I don't know why I spelled it incorrect. You can hear that? It's not a crow. I think that's my thing running. Something. Okay, got you. I don't know why when I seen Trojan in that instance, I just saw Beyonce. But yeah. No. Anywho, you was going to open the door that you closed. Yeah, I was because I told you. Although I have a lot of faith, I still had that moment of panic sometimes. You know, I need something. So I was going to get it where I knew I could. And in turn, that means that I'm not trusting. So therefore, I took what the bishop busted down had said and said, stand your ground. And and I didn't even look at it like that until I'm just now talking through it. As far as, open door, closed door. When Diane said it and when I start thinking about it, yeah, that has to be the reason that I couldn't go. In that moment, no, I wasn't looking at it like that. In that moment, I was operating in by any means necessary. But if I operate in that, that means I'm gonna slide down the pole tomorrow night. And I'm not. So I'm just saying. That would be by any means necessary as well. If I'm not gonna do that, then why I'm gonna go drive 6 hours away? When I can go down the street and do the other if I wanted to. I just gotta trust them. But here's where character is built. You a bishop. Stop playing. A bishop who liked watermelons. with seeds. We got a bishop busted down, deacon, little sugar ditty, evangelist juicy with seeds. Minister just read my book. It's the church. You are big, Gary. You're not little. Little, I'm allergic to that word little. Don't do that. I'm scared. Man, y'all. Make sure y'all praying for me. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I need, and yeah. Won't he do it? He said he would. Mm-hmm. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Gary, bust it down, brown. Bust it. I still ain't came up with the little sugar daddy song yet. I'm gonna get one though. It's gonna come on a freestyle whim. Yes, ma'am. Already done. All God's promises are yes and amen. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battle. Mm-mm. This is how I fight my battle. You feel emotional today, Diane? It's okay. You know we allowed those days. Sometimes we gotta trigger our emotions to unlock passion. I believe that. Sometimes we gotta trigger our emotions to unleash our passion. I think in our emotions, that's where we first go there to sulk. Then we feel sorry. Then we feel scared. Then we get mad. Then next thing you know, we start being like, you know what? I got this. That's an emotion too. When you get mad and fired up, I got this. Never be defeated. God is exalted. No, here you go. Devil is a liar. God is exalted. Never be defeated. Never be defeated. Devil is a liar. God is exalted. Come on into the room. Nah, I gotta get active and being an usher. I like to work the altar, man. I want to catch them when they falling on the ground and all that good stuff, and throwing the sheets and running over and handing out the tissue. I don't know why I find so much pleasure at the altar. I love doing altar work. I don't know if that's the deliverance minister inside of me, but yeah, I love to hug them and they go to the ground and you right there on the ground with them. Like, I'm a hands-on loving person at church. You know, people like to think that when people on the ground and stuff that they're all faking, and they're not. Some people be going through, some people be coming out. But I like to be the one that's right there, whatever side they on of it. I get that little thing to say, hug her, hold her hand. Tell her you love her. It's a beautiful thing. Christmas lights, wonder if I should put them up, me and Granny. No one tell me what to do. I'm lost. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna say, what does your heart say? And then do it. Don't ask a question about it. Just do what your heart says. Don't think about how emotional it is, how hard it is. Do what your heart says. And then take a picture and put them on Instagram so I can see them. If we are made in God's image, then he has emotions as well. Just thinking out loud. Of course. You think God don't be sad when his kids be out here acting straight fools when he didn't create us to be like that? I always look at that like that. Like, if we get upset and disappointed at our own children, just imagine when we upset him. I'm pretty sure he shed a tear too. Like, man, why? I'm trying to help. I don't think he desires for any of us to be on the opposite side of where we need to be in the end. And I think that, to me, that would have to be an emotional thing. To love all your children and then have some that just don't want it. But his anger is way different than ours. And I think that's the anger that people forgetting about, because they think that we got this puffed up, happy-go-lucky, cotton candy God. Bible says God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. I promise you. I used to listen to the Bible in my sleep, and every time I turned over or woke up, somebody was getting snuffed out. And that's when it hit me. I said, whoa, I don't want to make him that mad. But aren't we glad for grace? Because if it wasn't for grace, we'd probably be having ground cracking up under us and fire darts being thrown and all types of stuff right now. Most of us wouldn't even be meeting each other probably. We'll be seeing people getting zapped out on YouTube Live. What you say about his mama? Oh, y'all deep today. Jealousy is an emotion. I may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battle. In my mind, I want to be the leader of praise and worship. Man, there's a lot of lucky people out here in this world, because some of the things that come out of some people's mouths, I think in arm's reach, it might be some danger. So just imagine God's wrath. Man, that make me scared by myself. Don't nobody have fear of God for real. You get them people like, it said you're not supposed to fear in the Bible. How you gonna have fear for God? Fear God. Like, you fear your mama? Did you fear her when she gonna get that belt? Whole different type of fear. There's a fear of God, then there's a spirit of fear. He didn't give us the spirit of fear. Love, peace, and a sound mind. No hope. Y'all know the rest. People don't understand. It's a reverence. That's the fear we have for God. It's a reverence. It's a, like how when you did something wrong, you get caught skipping school, and you know your mama was gonna come and mollywop you. I think people forget. And the reason why I say people forget is because the same people out here saying and doing the most heinous things will be the same one to be like, but I'm a good person. Are you? How can you say anything about a child and think you're good? How can you disrespect the dead and then say you're good? And I digress, because I ain't trying to go into that, but those are good examples of what happens, People be out here talking about I'm a good person. God know my heart. You should be afraid to say that right there. God know my heart. I'm just gonna ask you, but do you? He know the things that's hidden there that you don't even realize is there. Those things that when you got hurt when you was a kid and you done pushed down and don't even realize all that anger is up in there. And that's what you spewing out now. All that pride, that's why you can't apologize. All that rejection, that's why you up here, me, 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 me. God know all that stuff. People be on their high horse thinking they above. That's why I move around different. Cause I be scared. I don't even want to see. All I know is we ain't got a lot of time. And that could be 1 month and it can be 100 years. But I'll be doggone if I'm about to sit here wasting it. I'm doing the best and I feel like my best ain't even good enough, but I'm going to continue to do my best because that's all I can do. If I could do better, I would. And as I can, I will. Because I'm going to always come to a place of being able to do something better than I did before. And that's still not enough to say thank you for life, No matter how much I do, it's still not enough to say what I would want to say to God for allowing me life. There's nothing you can say. So if you can't even say enough in that case, why say the most ill things that you could possibly say out your mouth? Those are the things that are in your heart. It don't just come out your mouth. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. It ain't what you thought. It's what you're carrying. It's what you feel. You are carrying hate. You are carrying anger, and you're spitting it out. If you want to know somebody's heart, listen to their words. And I'm not talking about cussing and little nasty stuff. I'm talking about just listen to their words. The ones that are demeaning, degrading, the ones that are disrespectful, that are foul and vulgar, hateful. You ain't got to say, God know my heart. We see it. We hear it. And in some cases, we probably could smell it if we were standing next to you because demons is real. Just once, can we figure out what we keep doing wrong? Damn, you silly. Maybe it was supposed to last for just one night. I don't know the words, but why do I know that many? I told y'all, I think singing is therapy for me because the fact that I can't sing, but I'm always singing. Honestly, I don't know what it is he bringing me out of and through, but it gotta be. I sit here on this live and sing before people. No, it's too funny to me. I used to have a friend that carried me around school. Can't she sing? And my butt be singing to everybody. I used to be like, why did you do that to me? Mm-hmm. That's how I remember the song because I was like, that's James Ingram. And then I heard his voice. James, you ain't gonna never make it right. Just move on. No, I'm just kidding. Moving on. Yeah, baby. But life be lifing, but we got this. That's what I do know. That's what I have to tell myself every day. Life is lifing, but you got this. Sometimes we gotta put our head and figure out some things, but overall, it usually works out. You know what I mean? I think the only if it doesn't work out, it's because you gave up. Don't give up in the fight. You're always blowing whatever we gotta do. Just keep going. This is an original track. No, I'm just kidding. Keep not anymore. On moving. Don't stop by the hits of time. Keep on, find your own way to stay. That time will come someday. Why do people choose to live their life this way? Keep on moving, don't stop now. No, I'm talking about the ones that's worth it. Shoot. Decipher and keep fighting. I don't mean be out here windmilling because it does say the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. Sometimes our fight ain't windmilling and punching. Sometimes our fight is praying. Sometimes our fight is singing a song. Worship. Sometimes our fight is walking away. Sometimes our fight is taking a nap. Sometimes the fight is reading the word. I guess we got to know how to fight. You know what I mean? Which one of those we use? Which weapon? What if our weapon today was to just dance for 30 minutes? Who would do it? You know what I mean? Hey, John, 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 John. What you gonna do? No, I'm just kidding. Let me quit. I don't know why that just took me into Bone Thugs. Yellow is the color of the sun rays. Now everybody's singing. I would dance too. What if something in your heart said, dance right here in the middle of this grocery store? Would you dance then, John? I be thinking like that. Like, one day, I think I told you I went to eat and I was like eating on a real budget. Well, not really a budget. I didn't want nothing at the restaurant. And I got some potato soup and some rolls, and my bill was like $12. But then when I went to tip, and I know I heard it plain as day, tip her $25. And I'm looking like, that's more than my food. But I did it. But then I started to think like, what if I was in the middle of a parking lot and then I had to start shouting hallelujah? So, and I'm always sitting in parking lots. So I was like, woo, Lord, give me the strength. But I hope I'll be in the store when it happens. I think about stuff like that. Those are little things I think we miss in life. When we had it, when we have a thought about something crazy or negative, we spit it out or do it quickly. But then it might be something that come to your mind and be like, tell that person over there you love them, and we'll be like, I ain't doing that. What if that was connected to the biggest blessing of your life and you ignored it? I really be just thinking about stuff like that. I be living like it's candy camera. The minute I don't do one of them things, I'm gonna miss something. You know how somebody will walk up to you and be like, do you have $2? If I got $2, I promise you I give that person $2 because I be seeing them little videos and the people like, why'd you help me? Because you said you needed $2. Then they give them 10,000, something like that. Man, please. I believe stuff happens just like that. It'd be a little test before you. And a lot of times we fail it with our own personal feelings or thoughts. I can give you $2. You got 2 legs and 2 feet just like me. Go get a job. Whatever though. I don't think ain't no rhyme or reason to it. But when you get that little inkling, how often do we ignore it? Because it seems funny or don't make no sense. Or we think about what other people around us are gonna think or say. You got people that go out in the world and record themselves dancing and singing and acting real crazy in front of people and probably getting paid millions on their dang on internet. All because they're not afraid. We don't know if they was commanded to go out and make people smile by doing this. I don't never look at nothing crazy as crazy. I went into the store this morning and the man just made me feel so good. He was so jolly. And how are you doing today, young lady? What you need? Do you need a bag? Is there anything else I can help you with? I was like, no, kind sir. Thank you. Ah, shoot, do the stinky leg. Let's have a challenge. Nah, I don't want to do it. I think that I don't know. Life is good, even in the midst of all the chaos in the world and craziness. Life is really good. That's if you choose to look at it that way. He was so kind, atmosphere. Man, my glasses stay so dirty. I don't even. I'll just wear them. I need some eyeglass cleaner. Just unacceptable. I need to throw these things in the dishwasher. No, I'm just kidding. If I don't sleep on them one night soon, I'll be falling asleep with my glasses on. Then I wake up and they be under me. You can hear me saying that. No, kind sir. Thank you. He was so pleasant. I love pleasant people, man. This is one lady, when I go to the Food Lion and shop, I often be in her line. I always get the good ladies in the line, but I was helping her yesterday, and she just like, thank you for helping with those items, because I'm looking like, girl, yeah, I'm gonna help you. Just give me the gun. Nah. Heck yeah, I'm gonna go and ring up all this stuff that I'm not about to pick up and put on this counter. Do you see how many cases of stuff is down here? Shoot. Huh. Helping hand, kind words. That stuff goes a long way. It really does. It really does. And at that time, I really needed that pleasant vibe. You know what I'm saying? I really did. Because it's easy to get, like when you are working on something or moving in a whatever you're moving through. Sometimes you do need those little pick me ups. You know what I mean? not to fall into that space of overthinking or panic or whatever the case may be. So I appreciated him because I believe he helped me not to go into a place I really didn't want to be. Yeah. That's why I always say it don't cost us a dime to be kind. It didn't cost that man nothing to be kind, but he don't understand how much his kindness helped me. And I'm pretty sure I won't be the only one that walk into that store today that gets the same thing. Maybe somebody who need it more than me. Right. The smallest gesture. But most of us be trying to do the grandest of things. For what? That person didn't need the grand thing. He needed that little thing. He needed you to be nice and smile. Something small as that. Whenever I decide to tell my testimony, y'all go, boy, people don't even understand. Like even gestures such as a smile, how that helps not only you but the other person. But some people don't really know that until their smile is taken. If you ever be put in a place where you can't smile, man, that's a destroying feeling. That's why I don't like me being in the beauty business. I look at every woman's flaw as something that is hard for her. You know what I'm saying? The woman whose hair has come out for no apparent reason. I can't stand when the passenger seat go off because something sits on it. That woman that's visibly being abused and don't feel pretty anymore. Like it be the smallest of things, to have to wear a wig or a weave. I don't think people know how damaging that is to a person's spirit when we start to make fun of people who always wear wigs or something, but we don't know why they're wearing a wig. That's why kindness goes a long way. Simply holding the door open for someone, letting a person go ahead of you in line, returning a card for someone, all the things. Yep, yep. I love when I walk out of one door and a man might hold the door, and then when I get to the second one, I push it open and I be like, I hold this one for you. And it's like a little laugh there. It's always cool. It's small things in life that will bring about big blessings for you, but you can't miss out on the small things. It's not too small. It's not too small. Just try it. Who don't want to reap the reward from doing such a little simple thing, It did not hurt you to say thank you. There's times I've used a scooter in a big store and have had elderly people ask if they can read something for me. hmm And as much as they were trying to help you, I'm pretty sure it helped them that they could do something in old age. Maybe it's a lot of things they can't do anymore, but if I can just help somebody, and it'll be the young person that'll walk past you in that same scooter and just walk past you. The world is upside down. Definitely upside down. Just came on live. Double speak. Yep. I don't know, yeah. So I guess I gotta get my day started. It don't be real busy early, but this dang on Thanksgiving rush is giving. I'm a y'all help me to push through 10 deliveries today. Yeah, I gotta push more harder. 10 deliveries, 3 hallelujahs and a Hail Mary. No, I was kidding. Let me go playing. I always got to throw a joke in there. I just can't never be serious consistently. I just have to make a joke. But I would not be me if I didn't. Yeah, baby pop. Yeah, you come make it. Is that it? Better make it fast, or else I'm gonna get pissed. Don't you hear the music pumping hard like I wish you would? Now push it, push it good. But push it real good. I don't know the rest. I don't know the rest. I used to wear my hair like salt and pepper too. I done been everybody. Salt and pepper, TLC, Tony Braxton. Lord have mercy. Yeah, man. But all is well. I'm about to see what's jumping in these streets, in these Virginia Beach streets. Nah, y'all. I'll be navigating my way around this place. You hear me? I'm doing good in that aspect. Even though I get lost every day almost, but I finds my way. I finds my way. I gotta go talk to the man tomorrow about the shop. So we can see what kind of negotiations we working out. As far as me having a little time to, try to get started for free or whatever. And then Wednesday I said I go to the Amazon place. I gotta take my drug test. I don't know how that's gonna work. From my understanding, they looking for hardcore drugs because other than that, I'm a fail. Nah, but I heard around here they looking for that, extra hard stuff, not marijuana. But if they are looking for that, I'm about to waste them people time. No, I ain't. I'm gonna pass it because he's gonna hide it. Then I got to do better. Or I'm about to get like 40 new customers in the next 2 weeks. One of them gonna happen or both. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's legal here. That's why I said I don't think they're looking for that. I think they're looking for like, cocaine and other stuff. Yep, it's legal. And Friday, that's when I go to the shop. So I get to see how it is working with these ladies. That's why I said, yeah, hit the Cash App. I gotta get products. Hmm. I gotta get some products. I got some stuff. I got my equipment and some products, but I need my main stuff. But it's gonna come. I know it's gonna come. What was that? Oh, it scared me. It's gonna come one way or the other. Me and my songs, we can't ever go wrong. I sing to the world, I'm that girl. Me and my songs. Only one song I ain't been able to come up with though. Little Sugar Daddy. I had that little hook yesterday and forgot it. That wasn't it. Little Sugar Daddy. I'm gonna figure it out. You gonna have a song by the end of the week, Atmosphere. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful morning and a sunny afternoon. Well, all hearts and minds clear. Anybody got any questions, concerns? Forget to say something? Want to say something? Having said all that, as always, you are more than welcome to hit the Cash App. That is not the most important thing to me. What is most important is that you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. I hope that something I said today resonated with you, changed your mind about something, or even helped you through something, inspired you, encouraged you. Yeah, that's what I hope. I hope that y'all have had a good time with me this morning. I appreciate y'all for sharing your time with me when I'm just sitting here rambling alone. I tried to be a little more structured today, and yeah, I went against my own algorithm. Press play and talk is what I am commanded to do, not come up with a topic and discuss it. Yeah, it's random, baby. So, I don't know, y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Monday. And for some reason, I just started thinking it was Wednesday. That ain't good. Um, Enjoy life. Be kind to somebody today. It'll feel good. It make you feel better. Did he really get shot? I'm going to pray that he gets a better brain and stop playing. Because some people won't. I seen somebody say they ain't praying for him, but if that's the way you're talking about, I don't think that we are allowed to say I'm not praying for that person. You know, I just pray that he start being a little more wise in his age and stop being so silly. And I think that's an easy prayer. Nobody needs to lose their life for foolishness. And at a certain age, you shouldn't be out here trying to do crazy stuff for clout and then get hurt. So I pray that you let the foolishness go and start acting like a grown up. That's the prayer. Quit playing. Because that was a warning. If he really did get shot, that's a warning. Like, come on, man. Can't be out here acting like that. And just think, if it happened to him, or if it didn't happen to him, but it can happen. People on here playing all day, acting silly, doing the most. Life too precious. Way too precious. Having said that, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Eat some good lunch, and yeah. See y'all next time. Bye bye now.